What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 36, season 4 of the Monday Night Wars. I am Chad Talks, and joining me, as always, is Jmack.
Is a man that may have not changed the arena again. Good thing I figured that out now.
Good thing.
New Mexico. What up, Albuquerque? How y'all doing? Is that not in... I didn't even look at you like that. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I did it away from the microphone. No one heard. Me drink some water.
Is it in Mid-South? Do I gotta run Mid-South of New Mexico? Albuquerque! Yeah, there we go. The New Mexico University Arena. What a cool name. We're here. The go home for Monday Night Raw, Chad. The go home. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm not.
Oh, well, you best be getting ready.
You talk to the fans for a second, Chad.
Okay.
I forgot to book an angle. Don't look over here.
I'm not looking. So, hi, fans. How are you? What's your favorite color? Please tell me down below. And while you're at it, also tell me what your favorite Halloween candy is and what your favorite Hornswoggle match is. I can't wait to hear it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Justin, what's your favorite Hornswoggle match?
I don't think he ever had one.
He had lots of matches. My favorite one was when he won the Cruiserweight Championship from Jamie Noble.
Did that really happen?
I think so. I know he won the Cruiserweight Championship, and I'm like I would bet money it was against Jamie Noble.
No. How did I fucking just forget? I'm glad I remembered that. I need to shave a minute now off of this main event. And I have to put this right here. Actually, we'll go... Yeah, I can just move this down a little bit. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Sorry, guys. Don't look at all my shit. Don't look at my shit. Don't look at my shit. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it, because...
Jump right into it.
We got the Women's Invitational, baby. Let's go. Lita and Jackie Gata. And Lita!
Ah, Jackie Gata.
Booking deep.
How the mighty have fallen.
Random.
Huh? Nice.
Look. Jackie Gata losing tonight here, Chad. That's too straight for her.
Too straight.
That's too straight for Jackie Gata. Now, that puts Lita in first place at the moment. But that also means Tori Wilson can also go up to first place. And she will. She continues her winning streak, and
she keeps killing herself at the end.
brother, she's just, the fans are losing it. Just saying fight forever while she's gassed at 6 minutes. She's looking like Batista in the Rumble, brother. That also puts Tori Wilson at 4 points. And we saw Tori and Lita go one-on-one already. So we saw the outcome of that and being Tori Wilson going over Lita. So if that happens, I mean, that could be the finals here at this rate.
Could be.
It could be. Those are the only two women at this moment with 4 points. The only one with 3 with a match later tonight is Yuki Miyazaki. And I think she's in action up next. And she loses Nagayo on a fucking win streak here, Chad. Nagayo has now got 2 points. Miyazaki stays at 3, which now puts, with 4 more matches to go for everyone, Chad. Lita and Tori Wilson are your 1 and 2 right now.
Nice.
Oh, man, that's not what Vegas predicted odds-wise, brother. They did not see Lita and Tori Wilson be a 1-2 after week 1. They saw Jackie Gata. They said... Ka-ching, ka-ching, money sign. We also see Cutie. Oh, no. A bruised kidney Cutie Suzuki.
Damn.
As she lost, too, with a missile dropkick to Hikaru Okoto, which now puts her at 3 points, maybe effectively killing Cutie Suzuki's opportunity here to win the Women's Invitational.
Damn.
The last 2 matches, by the way, both of them, had great chemistry between the 2 opponents per match. And now we got our last match of the... Oh, thanks, Nagayo. I forgot she's a road agent here. And our last match of the night for the Women's Invitational. Miko Satomura defeats Mickie James in 10-1 with the Death Valley Driver, which now we can look at our tournament. If you don't look over there... I mean, it's anyone's ball game still with 4 matches for everyone left. But, hey, I mean, Lita and Tori might be your 1 and 2 right here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of
it's theirs to lose.
Koto, Miyazaki, and Gata all have 3. So I mean, if Tori and Lita both go down next week and one of those girls wins, I mean, they're right back into it.
I feel like there's officially no shot Kyoko Inu can win.
I don't think there is. I could be wrong. I don't think. I mean, maybe Lita. I don't think. I think she's out.
If Lita and Tori ended up losing everything, and then Kyoko, the rest of them, and Kyoko went on a run.
Yeah, I just don't think it's possible for Kyoko at this point, which is a damn shame. Is Cutie Suzuki going to be out for it? I don't know. We have no idea what's going to happen for poor little Cutie Suzuki. Does someone take her spot? I don't know. I don't know if that's even a possibility in this, but we'll see as we move on to SummerSlam, which I think will have the Women's Invitational. We'll run it at SummerSlam too. Probably, yeah. Yeah, we'll just move one of the pre-show matches I had planned up to the main card. Good job, Bashams. You're now on the main show. We move on. Continue the show. Vince McMahon. Oh, wow. A big 100 from the boys, Jen.
Nice.
Is sick of all the shenanigans that his son-in-law cannot get the job done. They're still waiting on the board of directors to approve or reject the law of stripping Kurt Angle of the championship of politicking backstage or whatever. They're still in. That's still in review. They don't know when that's ever going to get in review. But all know, Vince is, at the end of the day, he's the gosh darn owner of the WWE, Chad.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, not PJ Black, not Stephanie, not Shane, not Jericho, not you, not me, not. Almost said some names from the past that would have got me in trouble.
Good thing you didn't.
He's the one, and at any time that he decides, he can just strip anyone of the belt. He can just take you out of a main event picture. He could deep push you. He can take you out of a match if he wanted to. And, that's what he's going to do tonight, Chad. He's going to give, but he's not just going to take it. What's the fun of just taking out someone out of a match,
Yeah, where's the fun in that?
Where's the fun in that? So he says, out of frustration of his son-in-law, PJ Black has a match tonight, Chad. Because, Stephanie loves him at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So he's going to kind of reward him. He's going to kind of be nice to his son-in-law. He's taking on a man that whoever wins this match will be taking on Kurt Angle at SummerSlam.
Ooh.
Because at the end of the day, you can't wait for the board of directors. At this point, up until this point, Kurt Angle had the night off at SummerSlam. He had no idea. He had no one to wrestle. It's going to be PJ Black and Chris Jericho. The winner to take on Kurt Angle. And also, Vince is also pissed off at Chris Jericho, right?
Yeah.
Because of last week, where he didn't join in on the beatdown of Kurt Angle. He actually saved Kurt Angle. And at this point, he's pissed off at Jericho. He's going to make a match tonight to show him you don't cross the boss. So it's Jericho, PJ Black. Winner takes on Angle at SummerSlam, and I'm stuffed up. I'm stuffed up, Chad.
That's not good, Justin.
Brock, we start off another segment where Randy Orton has arrived to the arena, and he was trying to get in He was trying to get in disguise. Maybe he should have called Lodi and Homicide.
Shut up. The Masters of Disguise could have showed you.
But Lesnar was already waiting for him. He was in the parking lot waiting for him. And Orton gets out of the car, looks at Brock Lesnar, and just runs. Lesnar chases him, Chad. We also, 3 straight segments to start off Monday Night Raw. Jarrett backstage reminds Triple H about his new client. And at SummerSlam, that client cashes in the signing bonus of Double J Records to take on Triple H. No one knows who it is. But tonight, he wants Triple H, he wants to wear him down. He wants to wrestle him himself, just to wear him down, weaken him for his new client, so he can have gold around his waist. Jeff Jarrett, Triple H tonight, Chad. But we start off with a nice little Bashams versus the Sick Boys match, Chad. It is the Bashams against Gabriel Burton and Dylan Martin, who are not here tonight, as Gabriel Burton still nursing his broken jaw, and Dylan Martin being by his side, being a good friend, as Doug Basham stomped on him.
Yeah.
Stomped on his fucking bruised jaw. And, I need a drink. Continue this, Chad. Continue this segment. I almost clicked finish show. What do they say here?
They come out and they just talk about.
They're already out.
They're out here and they're talking about Dylan Martin and Gabriel Burton. And they say, listen, Up until a month ago, no one even knew who you were. But us, we're the Bashams. We're one of the most recognizable names in tag teams.
Look how cute they are.
They are very petite. Justin has a little tiny little Mountain Dew bottle.
Oh, okay. Let's move on though. Thanks, John.
Yeah, right.
Brock Lesnar's checking every door, and he opens a door, and it's the women's locker room. Chad, and he goes in, Randy, and Chyna turns around and just stares him down.
Oh man.
She's like, Brock, get the fuck out of here. And Brock just flexes a little bit. And Chyna's like, get the fuck out of here, Brock. What the hell?
Yeah, give me Chyna versus Brock Lesnar.
Speaking of Chyna, Chad Collier, the man that is going to be facing Chyna at SummerSlam, defeats Steve Blackman here, 9:55. I let Chad decide who he was going to face tonight. I'm also going to let Chad decide what he says tonight about Chyna.
Chyna. Listen, I don't mean any disrespect. You were a hell of a women's champion. No one could stop you. You had a good thing going, and you decided to throw it away to come swim with the guys. But Chyna, here's the thing: you picked the wrong guy to have a championship match against. Because here's the thing: it's gonna take more than a conspiracy theory for you to beat me. Chyna, you don't have the grit. You don't have the bravery. You don't have the will. You don't have all of the makings that make me a champion. So Chyna, go ahead and stay home for the sake of your own good, because if you get in the ring with me, you will regret it.
Thank you, Chen.
Yeah.
Thank you. We move on. JBL defeats Sean Daivari here in 408 with a power bomb. Chad, this match cooled the crowd a little bit.
A little bit.
They still are not on the JBL train.
No. Boo, JBL, they say.
Kurt Angle. He's got a lot to watch tonight, Chad. Mm-hmm. He's got a lot to watch in this main event, and he tells Kevin Kelly was supposed to be here. Tells Kevin Kelly, you might as well go get a front row seat for this main event match.
Ooh, a front row seat, you say?
Yes, he's going to go buy a ticket midway through the show. Lesnar's now going through the rooms, bashing up doors. Bashing down the door. Hey! And he bashes down a door that he doesn't know it's the GM's office and Vince's office. And Vince, again, tells him to get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
Get the fuck out of here. And Brock flips his office desk over and leaves. Because now he's already mad that he is still running around trying to find Randy.
Interesting.
Sean Morley's though, but he's back, baby.
He's back.
He's back, baby. He is back, and he defeats Teddy Hart with a pile driver, baby. And they have great chemistry. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Teddy Hart, a man that is very good in the ring, Chad.
Yeah.
74. Do you want Teddy Hart?
No.
Okay.
No, the contract for you. I can't have him.
Yeah, that's true. That's not. Good for Sean Morley. Chad, he's back, baby. Mm-hmm. Oh, we go straight into this. I forgot to book. I moved an angle. That's why. I moved an angle, and that's why I went match to match. Exceptional match. Triple H defeats Jeff Jarrett in 1825 with an ace crusher.
Nice.
Beats him with a pedigree. And then after the match, he says, "Nice try, chump." He says, "Jeff Jarrett, if that's what your client has to bring, you might as well just keep him. Might as well just not have him bring.
Tell him to stay home.
Might as well just tell him to stay home. You better bring it, because I'm the game, and there's no stopping the game, brother." Oh, Brock finally catches him, Chad.
Nice.
Randy, he finds him, and they run out to the stage, and Brock catches him on top of the ramp. And he suplexes him on the top of the ramp. And he tells him at SummerSlam, "Hey, Randy, there will be no running. There will be no hiding, because me and you are going one-on-one in my specialty match." A match that I had my first SummerSlam match in. A match where I threw Sean Stasiak to the deep, dark hell, the depths of levels of hell. Me and you. There will be no more running. There will be no more hiding. There will be no more running and hiding behind Mike Tyson. There will be nothing. It'll be me and you surrounded by a cell. Randy, I'll see you in hell, brother.
Ooh, nice.
Brock Lesnar. That's his match of choice, Chad.
The Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam. We saw it 2 years ago where he killed John Stasiak. Will he kill Randy Orton at SummerSlam? And Vince, right before our main event, he tells PJ, I swear to God, kid, you better not blow it. Don't let your papa down. Why is Psychosis in this? What the hell?
He was just there.
No Mark Henry tonight, just Psychosis. We get Chris Jericho, PJ Black, Chad. Who do you got?
Oh, Chris Jericho.
Well, in a great match. Even with the distraction from Stephanie McMahon, it was just not enough. As Chris Jericho defeats PJ Black and makes him tap out with a Lion Tamer. But we also saw some wild shit because PJ Black was out there, right? Mm-hmm. PJ Black had Jericho in a submission himself after the distraction. Remember, Kurt Angle out there front row. Mm-hmm. And Vince McMahon made his way down in the ring, and he is calling, ring the bell, ring the bell. He was trying to screw over Chris Jericho.
Damn.
But Angle runs over and he suplexes Vince McMahon before he gets down there far enough.
Good.
And all hell breaks loose. The match, there was no screw job there, and Jericho gets the job done. And that is the end of the show. We're getting Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho, but I think Kurt Angle just made a huge enemy out of Vince McMahon.
I was banking on something screwy to happen and make this a triple threat is what I was expecting.
I mean, a 96.
Nice.
A 96. We saw Vince McMahon trying to pull out the Montreal screw job. Did you know you could book those in this game?
Yeah, I think you can.
It's very hard to do it.
Screw job on there.
I have never. Every time I try to do it, they don't want to do it, and I don't blame them. I wonder what the kicker is like. How do you make your talent actually want to do it? Maybe like evil hatred, and everyone's just pissed. I don't fucking know. Sometimes the referee doesn't want to be part of it either. I don't know. I'll figure it out. If anyone knows how to do a screw job in this game, tell me.
Would you do a screw job?
Email me at justinmckenzie@gmail.com. We'll see you for Nitro.
Nice, yes we will. Alrighty, we are here at the Go Home for Nitro. We are just less than a week away from Barely Legal, the ECW, the last remaining
Yeah, to really think about
the last. I know I drew a blank on the name of the pay-per-view for some reason.
It reminded me of me doing promos.
I almost said ECW One Night Stand. We got
I don't hate that.
We got Barely Legal, which is of course the last homage of ECW.
You should switch it up every year.
Maybe we'll do it. I kind of like.
is charged next year.
I'm not against it. But we're just gonna jump right into this show.
Oh,
don't worry. It's trust me, I know. It's okay. It's okay. But
this is on the pre-show.
But in a pre-show match, we got Big Daddy V versus Bam Bam Bigelow with a big splash. Joey Styles and Bobby Heenan have pretty good chemistry.
Stop booking people that are. Oh, he's just tired.
He's just tired. Yeah, Bam Bam Bigelow tired.
Oh, you gotta cut him.
Yeah, they said Bam Bam can't go 9 minutes anymore, and I said, well, oh well. Big Daddy V will carry you to the promised land. We've got a tag team pre-show match. Fit Finley and Aguila taking on Jim Duggan and Johnny B. Bad.
Fit Finley and Aguila?
Yeah.
Why?
Just a random tag. Get some guys booked in wrestling.
But Finley's been booked in wrestling.
Yeah, but, I didn't have any room for him on the main card, so on the pre-show.
Aguila and Bill DeMott.
Well, it wasn't. It was this for.
Where's Bill DeMott?
He was on Thunder a couple weeks ago and did a job for me. But
what'd he do? Did he pick up your dry cleaning?
He did, yeah, and bought me some coffee. And I'm pretty sure about that.
Hey, what a good guy, Bill.
I know.
You might have me. Oh, I don't know that. You might have had my old account.
The name for the coffee was Hugh G. Rection.
You may have had my old Twitter account blocked, but he still has my heart.
And the rookies are doing a pull-up contest. And the coaches are cheering them on. And when the Giant Scene gets up for his pull-up, he just stands there and holds on to the bar because he's so tall.
Where's the other rookie?
Well, the other rookies are CM Punk and Chase Tatum's rookies, so they're with them. But anyway.
They don't have to do the pull-up
So
contest.
there's this little pull. This isn't really like a mandatory tough enough thing. This is just something that they're doing. So, a friendly competition.
What is tough enough this season? There's no foundation or organization to this tough enough.
We're having a pull-up contest with 3 of them.
that doesn't
And
matter,
they're
apparently.
cheering them
It's not
on.
a competition, like, no one gets a reward from it. It's just here.
And speaking of here, Nitro is here, and we start the main event. And Bret Hart is in the ring. Or sorry, our opening angle. No, you're good.
I got you flustered.
Bret Hart has the microphone, and he says, "Well, even though I am not booked to compete in the championship scramble, I do take my job as referee very seriously. And trust me when I tell you, the fans in Pennsylvania are going to get a straight down the middle, a very clean championship match, and the winner will definitely be the undisputed winner, and there will be no doubt about that." And the rest of the competitors, they're all coming out, and they're basically a lot of people don't agree with Bret Hart, including like the heels mainly. Big Show, Shawn Michaels. They think Bret. You're just mad that you're not in the championship match and you don't care who wins. So I don't think I just don't think you're gonna call it down the middle. And and Samoa Joe and Rob Van Dam, they come out to the ring, and they basically say like Rob Van Dam says it doesn't really matter if Bret Hart plans on calling the match down the middle or not, because at the end of the day, I'm going to beat everyone so dominantly that he won't have a chance to screw anybody over. And Chris Benoit comes out, and he basically says all of you are wrong. He trusts Bret. Bret's his friend, and Bret's going to call it down the middle. And then Bret Hart actually gets in Chris's face and says, "Chris, I don't need you to fight my battles. Okay, I can defend myself." And Benoit's just like, "Okay, like, fuck you then." And then Bret Hart gets mad, and so Bret Hart pushes Benoit, and then Bret says, "You know what, Chris? Since I'm not competing for the World Championship tonight, how about you put that U.S. belt against me?"
And not this again.
And Benoit accepts.
Oh my God, brother. I'm turning that fucking feature on.
We got Noble.
Repetitiveness is getting turned on.
I don't think Bret Hart and Benoit haven't faced off for the U.S. belt.
That doesn't matter.
But Noble No More.
Twice in the last 2 months, Chad.
Noble No More, James Gibson versus Alfred Snow. And in a decent match, Noble No More, James Gibson defeated Alfred Snow in 10-10 with a guillotine choke. Then after the match, Noble, with a passed out Alfred Snow, grabs a steel chair. And he's going to hit Alfred Snow with a steel chair, but Tommy Dreamer runs out. And challenges Noble to a matchup. He says, "Listen, if you are trying to get hardcore on my friend Alfred Snow, then how about, I get some payback from when you attacked me a couple weeks ago after our match. And how about we go hardcore, barely legal, you versus me?" And James Gibson accepts. So we're getting Tommy Dreamer versus Noble No More, James Gibson at barely legal, Justin. Because of course it's the ECW show. Tommy Dreamer has to be booked on it. And we're getting a tag team championship match tonight. Of course, the Wild Boys are using their tag team belts for a Freebird rule. And in a decent match, the Wild Boys defeat the Outsiders in 15:29 when Batista pinned Kevin Nash with a sit-up powerbomb. What?
You're just going to fuck with the reigns, though. Like, in
the
title reigns. It's just going to say Batista and Palumbo. Now it's going to say Batista and Anderson. It's not going to...
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, which will be right after this.
You just already did.
But regardless, the Wild Boys, they celebrate. And with beers in their hands...
What's Sean O'Hare doing out there?
That's their rookie. That's their tough enough rookie. Okay. He's there too. Yep. But yeah, they're all celebrating with beers. We got Abyss versus Tony Mamaluke in an extremely short match. Abyss defeats Tony Mamaluke in 4:58 with a shock treatment. And then after the match, Taz gets in the ring and he stares down Abyss, Justin, to get ready for their tag team match at Barely Legal. It's Taz and Johnny Stamboli taking on Abyss and Mil Mascares.
Did you say that name again?
Mills Mascares?
Mirtez?
Mirtez, whatever.
Well, you're throwing some Z's in there, brother.
But Medusa and Beth Phoenix, they're cutting a promo, basically saying how bad Trish Stratus sucks. They go, and ever since, we showed all of you how much Manami Toyota sucks, she hasn't been here. She's been scared. She's been sad. She's been crying, probably staying home knowing that, she isn't as good as she thinks she is. And just like Trish Stratus, she's nothing more than some Barbie doll who thinks she can wrestle when the fact of the matter is she can't. And she's making our women's division look bad. And Trish Stratus says, you don't think I can wrestle? You think I'm making the women's division look bad? How about I defend my belt against both of you at Barely Legal in a triple threat match?
Ooh.
And she said, let's see how close you two are. Let's see if you're friends when only one of you can win the belt.
Ooh.
So just make it a triple threat match.
I like it, Trent.
Thanks.
I like it.
Thanks. Justin, we have a debut. We have a debut. I don't know about that decent wrestling, but I'm going to cheat. Seema defeats Disco Inferno in 1327 with a Schwein red line. So
give me some hype before.
Well,
give me a promo like, oh, we have Seema here. He's our newest signee now.
Yeah, well, that's what the announcers were saying during the match.
Spoilers.
That's what the announcers were saying during the match. They're saying, here's one of our newest signees from Japan. We got Seema.
Yeah, but you got to build up hype and tension for the video.
Well, this is hyped. I'm hyped right now. I can't wait to see what he does. And Stacy Keibler comes down to the ring and she starts talking trash about Devon. She basically says, you know, the entire time Devon...
Ain't got no dick in?
She says, let's just say Devon fails in more than just in the ring. He always comes up just a little short. And
damn, he's got a little wiener. Yeah.
She says,
old enough in this?
She says, yeah, she is.
She says, sure?
Yeah, she is.
Let's hope.
Yeah, she is. She says, for a man who definitely gathers big amounts of wood. That's a tables reference, Justin. And Devon, he's heard enough. He comes down to the ring to confront Stacy. He says, like, you know, listen, I'm not going to hit a woman, all right? But you deserve to be hit for the torment and the pain and the trauma that you've showed me.
He was 21. You're
and
lucky.
You broke up my family. And while this is happening, Bubba Ray Dudley comes in from behind with a steel chair and clunks Devon in the back with it.
Oh!
And Bubba Ray just continues to over and over and over, just relentlessly hit Devon with a chair over and over again, to the point that and remember the stipulation. If they laid a hand on each other, Billy Kidman was going to fire them. So what's Bubba Ray doing? Like he's hitting Devon with a chair.
Well, he's about to get fired. That's
yeah,
what he's
but
doing.
where's it? But we haven't seen Billy Kidman at all tonight. So where is he? But regardless, Bubba Ray
He doesn't need to be here to fire someone.
attacked Devon Dudley. CM Punk, he's here. He doesn't have his society, but
Welcome to Raw, Bubba.
he says, I'm here not with a society, but with a message. And he says, wow, boys, if you think for 1 second I've been impressed by anything you've done, you're sadly mistaken. Because here's the thing, none of you have been able to hold a candle to me, and none of you will be able to beat me. And if we were to go one-on-one, I'd embarrass you. And at Barely Legal, I don't care if I have to drag my society and put them all on my back. We will win. I will show that I am better than each and every single one of you. And that's just a fact. And our main event, Chris Benoit versus Bret Hart for the United States Championship. And in a bout that had sensational wrestling and fantastic heat, Chris Benoit defeats Bret Hart in 1558 with a Dragon Suplex and makes defense number 33 of the WCW United States Heavyweight title. And after the match, a giant, it's one of those things where like interference is coming out and they all take turns like hitting their finishers on each other. It's that spot. Until there's only one person left standing. And out of those people left standing, Justin, out of everybody, the one left standing was the Big Show.
The man who hasn't done shit. All right.
And we got a 91. That is the go home for Nitro.
Got another one for Monday night.
That's okay. It's a go home show. I'm never expecting the go home shows to. If I'm going to win a week.
Sounds like a goddamn excuse
if I'm going
to
to win a week, it's not going to be on a go home. But regardless.
Why would my go-homes have anything to do with that different?
Listen,
You're wearing goddamn Bret and Benoit.
Yeah.
You should have been gunning for the top.
But anyway, we will see you guys for our next batch of shows. SmackDown and Thunder. All right, we are here at Thunder. It's not a go-home, but it is still a big show nonetheless, of
Big
course.
shows on Nitro.
Of course, our announced match set up last week, an Iron Man match between Juventud Guerrera and Steven Regal, and much, much more. But we're going to jump right into it. We've got an angle with
acknowledgement of the new commentary team.
Oh yeah, Vader. So when Vader retired, he wanted to be a color commentator. So I put him on it.
Vader has officially hung up the boots in this save. And
yep, and
he went out putting over Eric Young.
It's Don West, Mike Tenay, and Vader on our Thunder commentary team. We'll see how well that does. But anyway, basically this segment starts off. We got The Rock, AJ Styles, and Rey Mysterio. And basically, Justin, we need to decide a new number one contender for the Universal Championship. You know, it was Ken Shamrock, but who's it going to be now? And, well, The Rock wants it to be him. Rey Mysterio is, The Rock was the champion before he went down with injury. Rey Mysterio is the Cruiserweight champion and has his own issues with Billy Kidman. And AJ Styles just has something personal to prove. The council turned their back on him, and he wants some vindication of himself. And Minoru Suzuki comes out while the three of them are arguing amongst each other on who should be world champion. At some point, The Rock said, AJ, who do you think should be world champion? And he said, I think it doesn't matter what you think. Of course, that little spot. But Suzuki comes out, and he's alone. He says, listen, Kidman's doing some very important business decisions. He's not here. He hasn't been to either shows, but I don't give a damn, because here's the thing. I am the world champion, and no one's going to decide who gets this belt to fight for this belt other than me. So if you three want to fight for this belt,
should be Rock.
Then the three of you can fight tonight, and I'll fight the winner at a later date. So Justin, we get The Rock versus AJ versus Rey Mysterio.
Are you doing that tonight too?
That is tonight.
Oh man, you could have saved that for another week, brother.
Well, I could, but I didn't. And we've got a 4-way tag team match, just a little tag team showcase. The Masters of Disguise, Roadhead, the Harris Twins, and Eric Young and Dark Shark. And in a poor match, the Masters of Disguise defeated Roadhead, the Harris Twins, and Eric Young and Dark Shark. The order of elimination was Roadhead first, and then the Harris Twins, and finally Eric Young and Dark Shark. And then after the match, the World's Greatest Tag Team come down to the ring, and they fight. They attack from behind Lodi and Homicide. They said, so much for the Masters of Disguise, you couldn't hide from this. So then they hit them. They're heels.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, they're cocky heels.
Sorry.
No, you're good. We also had this match that was set up last week. Chris Candido versus Bobby Roode. And it is a match. Bobby Roode defeats Chris Candido in 13-18 with a Rude Awakening.
Bobby Roode's got something to prove.
He's
on a roll.
He's on a roll.
Is he getting himself into some title contention?
I feel like it's only a matter of time, right? I mean, he's quickly running through the Thunder mid-card. If only they had a mid-card belt to fight for.
Why is there no mid-card belt?
If only there was a mid-card belt to fight for. We've got an angle setting up basically just like a little package showing this little rivalry that they
have a little package.
Justin. A video package that's basically at the announcing desk, Vader was pretty weak. That's fair. But anyway, this basically just recaps this little the history they've had in the last couple of months. And it shows how, Juventud said he was gonna show everyone that he was the man on Thunder. And, and ever since then, he's been, being a fan favorite. And Steven Regal's all been jealous, and he's, and they've been fighting. They had the Waffle House Brawl at Bash at the Beach. And now tonight we've got our 30-minute Iron Man match. But also, in the video package last week, we also set up Raven returning to the ring tonight, and he's taking on Ken Shamrock, two former world champions squaring off. And about that superb wrestling and good heat, Raven defeated Ken Shamrock in 15:30 with a pile driver.
There you go.
And Vader was very sad at the announce table as his friend lost to Raven.
He's not very good on the
He's not very good. And speaking of not very good, our rookies, who, because they're still learning. They're not very good yet.
So they're not... So when is their elimination?
I'm glad you asked, because Jeremy Borash was just about to announce it. It's not happening right now, but it's going to happen next week. They're going to have their elimination match next week.
Good.
That's what he says. He said, here's the thing. I know.
The main event.
He says, I know that we were going to tell you guys at the pay-per-view we were going to have an elimination match, but then Billy Kidman went and made brand exclusive pay-per-views. So we're not going to wait. Instead, you're going to have your elimination match next week.
I wonder who's going to get eliminated.
Who knows?
My guess is Christian York.
Your guess is Christian York. Interesting.
Because you don't know him.
And a triple threat, our co-main event. Rock, Ray, and AJ. And then about that Superb Wrestling Great Heat. The Rock defeated Rey Mysterio and AJ when Rock pinned AJ Styles.
You got to get Vader off that fucking desk, brother.
He will be gone after this episode.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good effort.
Yeah, it was a good effort. After the match, Minoru Suzuki, he went to go, you can only assume hit Rock from behind, but Rock turns around and Rock bottoms Minoru Suzuki. The crowd loses it, and The Rock poses with the Universal Championship over Minoru Suzuki. And our main event time. Oh, Vader. My guy. Okay, well, that's not very good. That sucks, actually. That sucks quite a bit. But regardless, and about that Superb Wrestling Great Heat, Juventud Guerrera pinned Steven Regal 2 falls to 1. So at one point, Steven Regal did put brass knuckles on and punched Juventud Guerrera, which was a shame. He got lots of boos because, of course, the entire reason why Regal wanted an Iron Man match is because there were too many wonky shenanigans. No, the ref didn't see it. There were too many wonky shenanigans originally.
Should have had Brett in there.
Should have had Brett. Brett would not have gotten past Brett. And an 82. Okay, well, I'm just going to end this so I can take Vader off commentary. We'll see you guys next time. And we are here on SmackDown. And, Justin, this is the final show before SummerSlam.
Let me do the math. Yep. That checks out, Chad.
Yes.
What can you say about SmackDown that you haven't said before? Anything?
Catering has really good food in the back.
The fuck do you know about SmackDown's catering?
That's all that people talk about. I trust me, I hear it.
From who?
I've got guys who used to work on SmackDown that were over here talking about how lovely catering was.
Those guys aren't in catering. They're goddamn working every night, brother.
They still get catering after the fact.
No, they're going out to the bars with the hoochie
The hoochie mamas. Oh, rip.
Okay, look away.
Leave the memories alone.
Look away.
Did you forget to book something?
Yes, I forgot to book. No, I didn't. I already got it. Fuck you. Fuck you, Chad. Huh. Don't look.
I didn't do anything.
Boop. Boop. Gone off the deep end here on SmackDown. Let's get into it. The go home. We start off with Chad versus Necro Butcher.
Oh.
No. We start off with Wife Beater versus Necro Butcher, Chad.
Nice.
And a nice little hardcore match to show the fans who does hardcore wrestling better.
Nice.
And Wife Beater loses to Necro Butcher with the ice pick.
Ooh.
And Too Cold Scorpio beats Elix Skipper here in 9:37 with a tumbleweed.
With the tumbleweed.
Too Cold Scorpio. He's looking kind of good as of late, Chad. He's looking a little good as of late. Is he in? He's
okay.
Hi, this is Jim Cornette with my boys Masawa, Kojima, and Hashimoto, and we are the final bosses of professional wrestling. Now, last week, Goldberg and Kane and The Undertaker attacked us after the match. Some would say we attacked them, but alas, the tapes would say that is a lie. They attacked us. So I would like to make a match tonight under Eric Bischoff's. He already said, okay, so tonight in Go Home show fashion, we will have a 6-man tag to show respect to WCW Nitro in 1999, where they would only have 6-man tags in the Go Home. That'll be the final bosses of professional wrestling taking on Goldberg, The Undertaker, and Kane in a huge Super Showdown main event 2 days away from SummerSlam. And I pray to God that no one gets hurt because I just wanted to have this match tonight instead of last week. So I pushed it to tonight instead of last week. And if there's an injury, I will be sad. Thank you, Jim Cornette.
Beautiful.
Jim Cornette, under the weather today. We move on, Eric Bischoff. is making an announcement regarding the nature and status of the international title. Yes, the international title, the WWE Alliance belt, that is currently held by Cybernetico of CMLL. And 2 days ago, or last night, actually, there was a police incident involving Cybernetico, which led to his arrest. He spent the night in prison, and Eric Bischoff, after talking with the Alliance members, the bookers and owners of all companies in the Alliance, including Osaka Pro and FMW, have agreed to vacate the international title. And there will be a new champion in a later date. It will not be tonight or SmackDown or SummerSlam. Just in case you were wondering, hey, is Justin going to cheese himself into a decent match with some other former foreign superstars? No. I'll let the computer companies decide that and let them fight for the belt, because I don't need one. We move on. Our opening match. Harlem Heat taking on the Big Boss Man and Davey Boy Smith in, like Jim Cornette said, a tribute to Nitro 1999, as Harlem Heat defeats Big Boss Man and Davey Boy Smith when Booker T wins with a Harlem hangover.
Nice.
Backstage, Chad, they're in the hospital. And C.W. Anderson says, this is it. You know, it's been 4 months. The night after WrestleMania, or the weeks right after WrestleMania, you ran us over. You took health out of it. You took years off of our lives. You took the two things that meant the most to me and Johnny over here, and that's the goddamn SmackDown tag team titles. And you know what? We healed up and we rested up and we came back, and then you went somewhere we thought you couldn't go, and you ran over Arn Anderson. You can run over me all the time. You can run over Johnny Storm, but you lay your hands on a family member, a Hall of Famer like Arn Anderson. Now, you didn't even lay your hands. You fucking ran him over. There's hell to pay when you do that kind of stuff. And now we look at Arn. And we thought Arn was going to die. We thought, that's it for Arn Anderson. Not only is he going to never wrestle again, he might not ever breathe again. But we got a little glimmer of hope a couple weeks ago. We kind of held this under wraps a little bit, because we got a little phone call from Arn Anderson, and he said he's good to go.
Ooh, good to go.
He's beat the doctor's. He's disobeyed the doctor's orders, and he's walking. He's healthy. Well, maybe not be healthy, but he's back. And Arn Anderson way, because they heal more. They're the brick shithouse. All right, nothing can keep an Anderson down. So La Resistance, we're challenging you. A 3-on-3 match. Myself, Johnny Storm, and my good old family member Arn Anderson, Double A, in a match where this all started. We'll see you in the parking lot of Staples Center, brothers.
Brother.
A 3-on-3 parking lot brawl match at Staples Center at SummerSlam, Chad. Arn Anderson, C.W. Anderson, and Johnny Storm taking on La Resistance. Speaking of Resistance, Tajiri defeats Volador Jr. in 15:05 with a brain buster, Chad. A nice win for Tajiri. We saw him on the pre-show last week.
Hell yeah.
After the match, Shannon Moore and Melina were making out, and then they stopped making out as they heard the ding ding ding. It's kind of like a reference that they finished as the match finished.
Yeah.
He had a more gas. And he puts Tajiri over, and he says, why is he not fighting for the belt? And Nunzio, he heard that, Jen. Nunzio heard that.
What did Nunzio have to say?
He didn't book him, so I forgot. I booked him off screen.
But he heard it. But
I booked him off screen. Why did I do that? Okay, well, Nunzio's watching at home, brother. I guess. That's a mess up on mine, because Nunzio was supposed to come in there and confront Shannon Moore, but he can't because he's not here. Kid Cash defeats La Parka here, Jen, in 14:35, keeping the momentum rolling for Kid Cash, and as he's about to leave, we hear music we have not heard before, Chad. Oh, you want violence? You want pain? You want suffering, bang bang?
Bye bye.
At SummerSlam, Kid Cash, I send you straight to pain. You don't know pain. You don't know bloodshed. You don't know suffering the Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. And you will find out at SummerSlam you wanted hardcore. You're going to get hardcore, kid. Bang, bang. Cactus Jack Kid Cash.
Huh.
SummerSlam.
He's back. Cactus Joel, he's not back. He's here.
He's never been here before.
He's debuting.
Jeff Jarrett backstage with Scotty 2 Hotty. And Scotty 2 Hotty is watching Scream 2. His role in Scream 2, trying to practice, trying to get better at trying to win over Jeff Jarrett. And he says, Scotty, turn that off. That's bad. Come on. We're worried about your wrestling career, not your acting career. Saw your match last week. Thought you were great. I got a headache now. That hurts so much. I'll give you an opportunity. Me and Daniels really like your stuff. If you can win this next match, which you better get ready for because I think it's up next, we'll sign you to Double J Records.
Ooh.
You'll be the 5th edition, as Daniels was the first. Burger and Kate are 2nd and 3rd. The mystery in the 4th, which is now kind of putting to bed if Scotty 2 Hotty is that number of the mystery man. We move on. He gets a good win over Mystico in 1628. Scotty 2 Hotty gets the job done, and he is now a member. Wow, yeah. Mystico can go, brother. Scotty 2 Hotty is the newest member of Double J Records. That's the 5th member.
That's crazy.
The 5th member. That kind of means he might get a signing bonus in a title match now, though.
I mean, judging by what's happened in the past, we're going to get Masawa versus Scotty 2 Hotty.
That would be kind of sick. We move on. Scott Steiner and John Cena call out the family, but Steven Richards and Chris Hero come out. Just 2 of them. And, Steven Richards doesn't want to mince words. He starts beating up. Him and John Cena are just fighting. But the big man, Chris Hero, and the big man of Scott Steiner are just having a flex off, Chad. They're like Keith Lee and Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble 2021. They're just having a big man off. And Cena and Richards have now spilled out to the outside of the ring, and Hero and Steiner start going at it, brother. Just 2 big, beefy men.
2 big, beefy boys.
Just beefing it up with each other. Boom, boom. And Chris Hero actually gets the best of Scott Steiner, Chad.
Interesting.
He actually runs into him. He does the little running, like, come on, come on. And Chris Hero runs into him and takes down Scott Steiner. And that pisses Scott Steiner off. And he kips up real quick. You don't see Steiner kipping up, but he does it.
He does it.
And he clotheslines the shit out of Chris Hero. And he rolls out of the ring. He grabs Steven Richards, and they get out of there. It looks like... It doesn't look like. We're getting Cena Richards at SummerSlam, and we're also getting Steiner and Hero at SummerSlam.
Not a tag team match.
No, we saw that. We saw the tag team match. We want singles action now, Chad.
Scott Steiner versus Chris Hero at SummerSlam.
We get the U.S. Yeah, right. U.S. contract signing, Chad. Latin Lover and Chavo Guerrero. And Latin Lover, again, we haven't seen him. He was on suspension. We were told that he would not be back until the contract signing and the go home. Continuality. I actually did it. I didn't forget about it. Look at me. I'm proud of myself.
Look at you.
No Sean Morley Triple H tonight. Latin Lover. Chavo signs the contract. He says, I'm going to do it for my family, I'm going to do it for all of Mexico watching at home. I'm going to do it for everyone I've ever been in the ring with, all the fans that have ever seen me wrestle. I'm going to do it for the Guerreros. I'm going to do it for all of you. And Latin Lover just shut the hell up, Chavo. You wouldn't even be in like I said, you wouldn't even be in this spot if your name was just Chavo. All right. That Guerrero name that is stuck by you will continue to stick by you and continue to give you opportunity after opportunity after opportunity in this wrestling business. I didn't get that. My family's not the Lover family.
The Lover family.
All right. I had to scratch and claw.
Believe it or not, when Mr.
My mom's last
Lover raised me and said our son Latin.
I had to scratch and claw for everything I was given, or not given, had to earned. All right, Chavo? Now you stop talking about my family. My family has done more in this ring and more in this universe than you and the rest of the Lover family will ever fucking do.
Your family is dead.
You mention any one of my family members again, that'll be the last time you are being able to speak, because I will shut your mouth so... And Landlubber says, "Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, really? How's Eddie's drug habit?" Oh, Chavo, and they just starts going at it, Chad.
Hard slap.
That was a hard slap.
Fucking the people in the cheap seats heard that.
Yeah, and the security's got to hold them apart. You don't mention his family, and you don't mention Eddie's
That's the
drug
line too
issue.
far.
And well, that lover, he doesn't believe in lines.
You know, it's kind of shitty because honestly, Latin Lover really came in here and made a name of himself off of Eddie's back too.
That is true.
That's true.
We get our main event now. Final bosses. Defeating Goldberg, Undertaker, and Kane. The finish in this match, Jen.
I only got a 90.
Yeah, very weird. Poor gimmick. Inconsistency from some people. This finish... Oh, Masawa pinned Goldberg. Goldberg was about to spear Kojima, right?
Yeah.
He was about to spear Kojima. He's ready. And Cornette jumps on the apron and starts yelling at Goldberg. "Hey, you dumb motherfucker, you bald piece of shit, how about you go back to WCW?" And Goldberg just punches him right in the mouth.
Damn.
And Cornette just flops down. And he turns around and he has not noticed that Masawa has tagged himself in when Kojima got up.
It's all Cornette's fault.
Goldberg has speared Kojima, but Masawa is the legal man. Goldberg goes for the pin. Referee's like, "He's not the legal man." And Goldberg, "What the fuck?" And Goldberg turns around and Masawa hits him with the Emerald Flosion and gets the one, or the Tiger Driver this time, and gets the 1, 2, 3. Is this going to be the view at SummerSlam? Is Masawa going to go over and pin Goldberg? Or is it going to be Goldberg pinning Masawa?
It's a good question. I actually don't know. It's always hard to imagine Goldberg losing. But I also can't imagine Masawa losing. So it's going to be, I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
We got a big show for SummerSlam, too.
We do.
Kojima and Hashimoto taking on Kane and Undertaker
That's
as
huge
well.
too, yeah.
A 92. I think I won. Raw got a 95. It doesn't fucking matter. Another one. Another one. We'll see it for SummerSlam. We'll see it for Barely Legal. Tommy Dreamer getting a pay-per-view match?
Against Noble No More.
Consider me a lucky man. We'll see you for the pay-per-view.